Judith? Okay, she's not. I gotta find the prayer book. Good morning, everybody. I'd like to invite you to come forward and have a seat up front, please. And I've got the Sidurim, the prayer books for everybody to give to you. Head on. Good morning. Shabbat Shalom. Tell you what, we're going to do a little warm up. We're going to get ourselves ready for Shabbat, just with a little bit of singing, not even in your prayer book. You don't even need to look on the page for this, just to get us in the mood. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim bim bim. All right, get ready for some clapping. Here it comes. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat 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 Shalom. Bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam, bim bam, bim 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 bam, bim 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 bam. Beautiful. We got lots of wonderful things to do today because in addition to it being Shabbat, this morning is consecration, where we celebrate our new religious school students. And on top of that, we have a very special occasion in the life of the Murphy family, a baby naming for their youngest daughter, their youngest child, I should say. And I'm going to give you a chance to take a photo before we begin the formal prayers. And then we're going to put our cameras away. So those of you who are like, oh, consecration, I want to see all those children. First, I want to get all of our kindergarten and first graders to come up and see.
Rabbi, I only have two right now. I have a feeling some of them might be coming late, so maybe we do the photo at the end.
We'll do the photo at the end. That would be fine, as well as for the family to take a nice picture of the Murphys. So let's save all of that for the end. Nonetheless, we're going to invite our kindergarten and first graders to come up and lead us in our opening song in the prayer book, which is on page 3. So come on up and join me up here. Do you see the rising sun there on? Did I give the right page? Yeah, page 3. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna look at you guys, okay? Or maybe I should stand with you. I think I'll. the sun to shine by day, the moon and stars by night. God made it full of life, lilies, oaks, and trout, tigers and bears, sparrows, hawks, and apes. Is that you? Anybody here an ape? Kind of close. And God took clay from earth's four corners to give it the breath of life. And God said, this is very good. This is very good. Man, woman, and child, all are good. This is very good. This is very good. Man, woman, and child, all are good. Man, woman, and child resemble God. To resemble something means to look like something. But how can you look like God? Because God doesn't have any body, doesn't have any form, doesn't actually have like a face. But God's real. How can you look like God? Like God we love, like God we think, like God we care, like God we love, like God we think, like God we care. This is very good. This is very good. Man, woman, and child, all are good. This is very good. This is very good. Man, woman, and child, all are good. Man, woman, and child resemble God. We say that there is one God, just one thing that ties us all together, that makes each of us unique, separate, distinct, and yet is the same inside each of us. And so to say we recognize you, God, when we look at one another, when we look at the world around us, we see God inside of everything. We say that God is one. Shema Yisrael. Listen, O Jewish people, God is one inside everything. Now, we're going to sing this twice in the service. Once now with all of you, and then we're going to sing it again when we take out the Torah, when our consecrants, our new religious school students, will lead us in Shema. This time it's for all of us to sing together. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. She looks so comfortable. We're just going to hang for a while with, while she's still sleeping. Okay. Turn over to the next page. You'll see the waters parting. The waters parting, which means we're free. Mi hamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. Norata ilot. Osei vele. Osei vele. Mi hamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh. And what do you see on that next page? Turn that page over. What's it a picture of? What do you think that's a picture of right there? What do you? You say a family, yeah. It's got, you see a couple of parents, and we say that little girl is like standing on the shoulders of her parents. Well, so are we. We're all standing on the shoulders of our parents, who are standing on the shoulders of their parents, on the shoulders of their parents, going all the way back to the very beginning of our people. We recognize that we're part of a long chain, a long, long ancient family. And that's why we identify ourselves by saying we're the descendants, we're the children, the great-grandchildren of all these people who were the first in line of the Jewish people. So let's all stand up. We're going to say this together in Hebrew and then in English. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu. Praise be our God, the God of our fathers and our mothers, God of Abraham, God of Isaac, God of Jacob, God of Sarah, God of Rebekah, God of Rachel, God of Leah. All right, children, can you get close to a parent so that they can put an arm around you or a hand on your head or your shoulder so that they can give you a little blessing? Come close to your parents. And parents, you get to say these words. You can say them with me in Hebrew and in English. Oh, where are they? Go find that parent. You're on your way. I see it. There we go. Oh, yes. Yes, you count too. Okay? Here goes. Yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May God look kindly upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God reach out to you in tenderness and give you peace. How about a hug for your parents? Maybe a kiss for them too. They would really like that. Grandparents count. And you can skip a generation. It's just fine. We do in the prayer. Have a seat. Sim, shalom. Sim, shalom. Sim, shalom. Tova uveracha. Sim, shalom. Sim, shalom. Sim, shalom, tova uveracha. Lai dai dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai, yai dai 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 dai. Sim, shalom. Sim, shalom. Sim, shalom, tova uveracha. Well, I wonder, do you think we can do our naming now? I'd like to do that before we get into the Torah service. So, where's my notes here? We're going to invite Helen, Jonathan, Rachel to come on up and join us up here. Are you coming up too? Yes. Okay. Yeah. All righty. And we're going to go stand in front of the ark, okay? Let me get my notes. Here we go. And it is really nice to have so much family and friends here with us for this occasion. We're going to do photos afterwards. After the service is over, we're going to stage them so that we get a good photo for you. Yes, there we go. We got eyes wide open there. Our God, these joyous parents stand here to voice the longings of their hearts in prayer. Give them the wisdom to teach their child to be faithful to the heritage of the household of Israel. Keep open the eyes of her spirit, that she may ever be conscious of the beauty and wonder of your world. And let her learn to love the goodness that is in each man and woman, that she may nourish the goodness implanted within her. Though none can escape sorrow and pain, we humbly ask for her the courage to face evil and the ability to transcend it. Grant her health of mind and strength of body, that she may enjoy fullness of years and live her life in fullness of spirit. Helen?
Source of all life, our hearts are filled with joy for the new life which has been entrusted to us. Not with words alone shall we voice our thanks, but with our striving to rear our child with love and understanding and tender care.
Bestow your blessing on our child, that she may grow in strength of body, mind, and spirit. May she learn to love all that is good and beautiful and true, to be a blessing to society and a joy to herself.
May our child find her way in the paths of Torah and good deeds as a loyal member of her people, always faithful to the covenant.
I've got a blessing for you and your health. Mishaberach avotenu Avraham Yitzchak v'Yaakov v'imotenu Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah hu yivarech et hayalda hazot. Hakadosh Baruch Hu yishmereha v'yateh et lev hayalda lalechet b'darchei yosher. V'hi Adonai ima v'yitain la dea bina v'haskel chayim v'chesed v'racha v'shalom v'yizku horeha legadla lechancha v'lechakma leTorah lechupa u'lemaasim tovim v'nomar. Amen. May the one who blessed our fathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and our mothers Sarah, Rebekah, Rachel, and Leah, bless this child with life and health. May she be a joy to her parents. May she live to bring honor to the house of Israel and blessing to humanity. And now, in the presence of loved ones, we give to this child the name Rachel Lily Murphy, to be known in the house of Israel as Rachel Bat Tzfia. May it become a name honored and respected for wisdom and good deeds. May God's blessing rest upon her now and always. Would you like to tell us something about her name?
Well, we picked Rachel just as a strong Jewish name. Lily is after Lillian, her great-grandmother, my father's mother. Yep.
The words that we recited just a little bit ago that parents recite for their children are is probably the oldest prayer we've got. It goes back to the book of Numbers, the very earliest prayer that our ancestors said over their people. And this is a prayer that we say on joyous occasions of transition from one point in our lives to another. Yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yikunecha. May God's light shine upon you and be good to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's presence be with you today and every day of your life and grant you the gift of peace, of wholeness, and shalom. And let us say together, Amen. Will you please join me in a blessing for happy occasions, Shehechianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higiyanu lazman hazeh. We praise you, God, sovereign of the universe, who has given us life and sustained us and brought us to this time of joy. And let us all say together, Amen. And will you please join me in wishing the Murphys a hearty Mazel Tov. Mazel Tov. And here's that certificate, so you got a record of her name.
Thank you.
Mazel Tov to you. Mazel Tov to you. You have a beautiful little sister.
Thank you.
Well, we are ready to continue with the Torah service. In order to get into it, though, we are going to celebrate consecration. Consecration is a ceremony to honor children who have begun religious school. For centuries, our people celebrated the beginning of Jewish education by recognizing that this was a special moment in the life of a child. And so our students are going to come up. I have a prayer for you, the students who are going to be consecrated, and then we have something to give you, and you are going to then lead us around the sanctuary with the Torah. So, this isn't in your prayer book. I would like to invite all of our consecrants, our new religious school students, to come forward. Come and join me up here. Okay. Well, I see you've been here before. Okay. All right. I'm going to say some words I've said before, but first, a prayer for you, okay? Here goes. O God, our creator and our teacher, bless these children who have come into your sanctuary with eager minds and warm hearts. This day may they be consecrated to the study of Torah, to lives of loyalty and goodness. Thus will they bring joy to all who love them, that's you, and honor to the household of Israel. Strengthen them and guide them in all their ways. Blessed is the Eternal One, the teacher of Torah to your people Israel. Let's see if you recognize what I said. Okay. Yivarechacha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God's light shine upon you and be good to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's presence always be with you and grant you the gift of peace. Can you say amen with me? Amen. Amen. Yeah. Now, we are going to give you a replica Torah, and Mora Judith, our Director of Education, is going to hand these out to you. And afterwards, I want to say something to you about this Torah scroll. Do you see this is just like the big Torahs that we have in the Ark. These Torah scrolls should remind you always of the Torah. Someday you will be called to this pulpit right up here to take part in services. When you're 13 years old, you will celebrate your bar mitzvah here, reading from one of the big Torah scrolls. Let this temple be a second home for you. Let our Torah always bring you comfort and blessing, and may you always be a comfort and blessing to your parents, to the Jewish people, and to God. And now, together, let's sing the words from the Torah, the very first Jewish prayer that you learn. Right out of the Torah. Words come right out of the Torah. We're going to take the Torah out of the Ark, and this has a couple of pieces to it. 1 second. Move this out of the way. I'm going to ask for some help here. I wonder if our Madrahim could help hand out the lunch board. So those children who would like to carry one of our plush Torahs, you can come up and join Mora Judith up in front because she's going to take the big Torah out. And you get to carry a Torah out of the sanctuary. But I would like the two of you to follow Judith, come over here, and follow Judith because she's going to hold the big one, and you're going to be right in line behind her. Go on up, and would you please rise? Come on up, you can take up one of the small Torahs, our Madrahim, our Madrahot, will hand them out to you. And we're going to sing while we march with the Torah. Ready? Here it comes.
Torah, Torah, Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah, 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 Torah tziva lanu Moshe. We're going to bring the plush Torahs back up to the Ark.
put the Torahs away. But these, you get to keep these, right? You hold on to those. And I would like to invite all of our students, all of the children, to come have a seat in front of me after we put the Torahs away. We keep singing, Torah, 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 Tziva Lanu. Moshe, come have a seat right in front of me, right here. Torah, 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 Tziva Lanu. Moshe. All the children, come up in front and have a seat right in front of me. We're going to have a story. Thank you very much. Okay. That's it. You got it. You got the right spot. Everybody else, come on up. All the children, come on up. And you got it, Judith? No. Nope. There we go. I'll get you a microphone. Oh, I see a storybook in our future. I'll get it down. I'll get it in front of you.
In the little Torahs that you're holding, and in the big Torah I carried around, there are lots of stories. Some of them are stories of things we think happened. Some of them are stories that they tell us about the world so we understand things. But this week's Torah portion, everybody is reading about animals, because this week's Torah portion is Parshat Noach, or Noah. His English name is Noah, and there's a man whose Hebrew name, in the Torah, calls him Noach. This man, Noah or Noach, was a very good person. And the story starts out by saying God looked down upon the world God created. And God said, uh-oh, there's lots going wrong in this world. People are cheating. People are stealing. People are being really mean to each other. People are doing things you didn't even think people would do. I'm not happy. Isn't there anything good in this world going on? And then God looked down at Noah and his wife and his family and said, what if I decided to start all over again, with Noah and his family being the first people? What if I took an area of this world and had only Noah and his children and family populate this world? Would I get a good world? And God said to Noah, I want you to do something. I want you to build a giant boat, because there's going to be a big flood. And that's how this story starts. There's going to be a big flood, and you have to help me save some of the animals. And God sent Noah lots of animals, the biggest animals and the littlest animals, even the termites. And it says in the Torah something really interesting. You might understand too, because you're smart kids. It says Noah was a righteous man in his generation. We don't know if that means with all the bad things going around, he's really special because he was so good, or if by the standards in his time that was being good, even though he wasn't a perfect person. And either one is okay, because it shows us that even if there's things that are bad around us, we can still be good. I want you to know, Noah, I want you to build a special boat called an ark. I'll bring you 2 of every animals. As Noah stood at the entrance of the ark, he looked up at the long line of animals, all waiting to come in. Just as God told him, there were 2 of every animals, 2 of every birds, 2 of little creeping things. Stay in line, Noah told the animals. There will be room for all of you. I've built a very big ark. The animals watched, wide-eyed, as Noah worked hard with a hammer and a saw to finish that big, giant boat. They watched him all day, and soon it grew dark. The parrot said, I believe this is going to be a really big ark. Early the next morning, as the bees began humming, wise Noah announced, soon, everybody, rain will be coming. There'll be a great flood. It will cover the land. I'm afraid you won't find a dry place to stand. God has asked me to build this huge wooden boat, which will save us all and keep us afloat. Noah told the animals to line up 2 by 2. Let's make sure we leave no one behind. As the animals geared up 2 by 2, the littlest pair, tiny little pair, came into view. The termites are coming, cried the kangaroo. Somebody do something, begged the cow with a moo. The giraffe shook his head till his neck felt quite sore. The lion began pacing and started to roar. The spider stopped spinning the web she was making. Her heart was aflutter. Her legs began shaking. When the two little termites got onto their places, all around them they saw angry animal faces. Hello, everybody, they said with a greeting, and all of a sudden, the sheep started bleating. You'll eat all the bark and the lumber too. When the ark begins sinking, we'll all sink too. The hyena stopped laughing and let out a howl. Who invited you two? Screeched the frightened owl. What are they afraid of? Termites eat wood, and they're afraid that they'll make a hole. They'll be hungry, and they'll eat the ark, and they'll make a big hole in the boat, and then what would happen? The boat would sink. The rhinoceros bellowed, "You two are pests. Don't you realize you're unwanted guests? You must be crazy," squawked the furious lion. "Will the ark be your dinner?" screamed the baboon. Seeing the animals get madder and madder made the littlest pair feel sadder and sadder. Noah ignored the animals' protests and cries. All are welcome, the termites who had tears in their eyes. We know you are frightened. We know what you think. But we would never make Noah's ark sink. When the last creatures boarded, rain began dripping. The deck became slick. They all began slipping. The elephant almost fell off of the ark, and right up his trunk slid a startled aardvark. "Whoa," said the horse as he started to stumble, and just that moment, the goats took a tumble. "What can we do?" Noah asked with a shout. "We have to stop this sliding about." "Perhaps we can help," said the littlest pair. Now everyone's eyes looked down with a stare. "We can make sawdust to give you some traction. Just say the word and we'll spring into action." Some leftover wood, Noah found a piece. He gave to the two. He anxiously watched as they started to chew. Soon there was sawdust in everyone's air. The ark might sway, but no one would. There was sawdust in everyone's stall. The ark would sway, but no one would fall. "We're sorry," they said to the littlest pair. "We weren't too nice. We were very unfair." Now Noah spoke to the animals, large and small. He looked at each one. He looked at them all. "The way you've treated the termites was terribly wrong, but I'm glad you've decided we can all get along. It's important to accept each other's ways, because we'll be together for at least 40 days. So let's put to end any further hurtful chatter. We're all God's creatures, and to God, we all matter." The termite just smiled, looking happy and fatter. And there they are, chewing the wood that Noah gave them on the ark. Thank you, Judith. Oh, thank you. And in your little Torahs, not quite this version of the story, but the story, you could find the story of Noah's Ark. Yeah. And it's a story a lot of people tell. There's so many flood versions. You got it? Okay.
Thank you, Judith. That is a fabulous story. I love the lesson in that story. You can all go back to your parents. I want to find out what's coming up here. Oh, and I have the consecration certificates to give you. Allison, hold on. There we go. Allison, there's one for you. And wait, I saw you. Where'd they go? There you go. All right, Allison, tell us what's coming up.
All right, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat
Thank
Shalom.
you all for coming. Thank you to Rabbi Milder and Judith for leading us today, and our tech mensch and all of our teen helpers. And congratulations to the Murphy family and our kindergartners. Tonight is the Havdalah and sing-along right here at Beth Emek. Bring your voice and your guitar or whatever you might like to play and join in the fun. And our next early childhood event will be a Hanukkah puppet show on the afternoon of Saturday, December 7th. More details to come, but please save the date.
All right. That's it, right? Yeah.
I just want people to know that first we're going to have lunch and food and blessings, but there is 2 little things set up for the kids to do when they finish eating because they eat faster than adults usually. There's a little reading corner over there with lots of different books of Noah's Ark and one Tower of Babel because this is also the same Torah portion. And on the table there's lotto cards that they can do. They can color their own lotto cards and then trying to match the animals on the lotto cards to the pictures on the lotto. There's also just extra lotto cards that aren't cut out that you can scratch, and the youngest ones can just color on any way they want. Feel free to take some of those and turn it over to Rabbi Milder again.
Yeah. So Cheryl, go ahead.
I'd like to talk about our artwork.
Yeah. Thank you, Cheryl.
So I'm Laura Sherrill. I'm the teacher for the K-1 class, and we just have some of our kids here today. But last Sunday, we read a brand new book called The 7 Days of Creation, and it was written by a friend of mine. And the artwork in her book was all done with quilling. And so it was the very first time I read that book, the very first time we decided to do a project like that. And so on the wall over here are some of the 7 days of creation that our students made using quilling technique that at a kindergarten, first grade level, and they really had a great time. They came out just lovely, and Leora posted them on her Facebook to show what teachers can do using her book.
Excellent. Fabulous to see artwork with quilling. That is unusual. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to sing a closing song, and then I want our consecration students to come up here for a photo with your teacher, with Maura Cheryl. Not yet. When we after the closing song, and then Murphy's. We'll do a photo in front of the ark. Okay. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Okay, consecration students, come on up. Let's get the 2 of you up here with your teacher so your parents can take a photo of you. I want to wish everybody Shabbat Shalom. We will do Motzi in a moment. Okay, come on up here. Yeah, with the Torah, yeah, great. Okay. Hold on to that Torah, stand with Maura Cheryl. Parents, you want to take any photos? Go for it. Here we go. Go ahead. Yeah. Oh, I have mine. Oh, absolutely. I have mine, little Torah. Yeah. Okay. And Murphy's, if you want to come on up, we'll do a photo up here. Okay. Yeah. Here, why don't you come up here? We'll stand in front of the ark. Everybody? Yeah. Or actually, if you've got a lot of family, maybe you want to stand in front of here. Might be.
Let's do one with just us.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Okay. Stand right here. Look at Uncle Chris, okay?
I'm going to step in and then I'm going to step out, okay?
All right. Can you look? Okay.
I'm going to step out. Go ahead.